This morning, police feedback. A new survey shows how the community feels about MPD and if citizens feel safe. We asked city officials about a solution.
An interstate shooting overnight. The suspect still missing. What we know this morning.
Plenty of sunshine, but temperatures are going to be on the increase. We call it sweet heat in the first storm forecast.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Sweet heat? Nothing sweet about it, Chris. What are you talking about? Come on.
It's pretty from inside, looking out your window.
All right, we begin this morning with that survey about Madison police and community relations. The department asked 700 people what they thought.
60% of those people feeling that crime is getting worse in Madison. Now, Madison police say they have a plan. Our Shane Hogan is here with more. Good morning, Shane.
Morning, Leah. Shots fired incidents, car thefts, and burglaries. They were all down in Madison through the first 3 months of 2022. That's according to the chief of police's quarterly report. However, those are the same incidents that have residents concerned. MPD's captain of community outreach says that's why the survey is important to police and their current strategic plan. He also acknowledges MPD needs to continue building trust with communities of color. Only half of non-white people surveyed feel the police are doing their jobs well. That's compared to nearly 75% of white people.
There's a lot of good reasons for that distrust, and it didn't happen overnight. It's not going to get solved overnight. So I'm not really surprised that we're still dealing with it.
So what will Madison police do with this new data? Well, Ty says focus groups are in the works centered on community policing, youth engagement, communication, and internal police culture. It is important to note, however, that it's not all bad news for MPD. According to the survey, more than 70% of people in Madison feel very safe alone in their own neighborhoods. We do have a full link to that report on channel3000.com.
Shane Hogan reporting for us this morning. Thank you very much, Shane. Appreciate it. A developing story out of Milwaukee now. Police are looking for a suspect after a shooting on the interstate last night. The shooting closed down both lanes of Interstate 43. Police finding a 24-year-old victim there with multiple gunshot wounds. The victim's condition is unclear this morning. The suspect, again, still missing.
New this morning, a Wisconsin Dells woman has died following a car crash in Adams County. It happened over the weekend, right before midnight Saturday, on Highway 13 near the town of Easton. The 42-year-old was headed south when she drove off the road and hit an embankment. The sheriff's office says it does believe speed was a factor in the crash.
To campaign 2022 now. Milwaukee will be the next site of the 2024 Republican National Convention. We learned that over the weekend. Now we're hearing from the RNC, who says this is an opportunity for the party to share what it means to be a Republican.
About crime. We can talk about open borders and the impact of fentanyl on 18 to 45-year-olds being the leading cause of death because of this drug coming over the border. We can talk about safety and security. We can talk about defunding the police.
Spokesperson Paris Denard says the RNC is proud to be hosting in Milwaukee and building upon current engagement efforts there. The city does have 2 RNC community centers.
In the race for governor this morning, Tim Michael's campaign says it's reworking a flyer that was sent out falsely claiming that he won the endorsement from the NRA. While the flyer said the gun advocacy group had endorsed him, an NRA spokesperson says the group hasn't endorsed anyone yet and doesn't plan to.
Continuing coverage on the January 6th hearing, Steve Bannon is now headed to trial for not sitting down to talk with the House committee investigating the Capitol riots. Jury selection started at the federal courthouse in D.C. yesterday. The court will ultimately choose 22 potential jurors. The longtime ally of the former president faces 2 criminal misdemeanor charges for ignoring the committee's subpoenas. If he's found guilty, he's facing a mandatory minimum of 30 days in jail for each charge.
Meantime, the January 6th committee is returning to prime time for its last planned public hearing. It's scheduled for Thursday at 7 p.m., the second primetime session. The panel is expected to lean heavily on a videotaped deposition from Pat Cipollone, President Trump's former White House counsel. While this week is the last of the planned public hearings, the committee says their work will continue.
All right, 6:04 now. Let's turn it over to Chris Reese, the certified most accurate first warn weather. 3 things to know on your Tuesday.
Absolutely, Leah Lynchide. Here's what we're looking at. We're going to be muggy for much of this week. We already have been muggy. We're going to get muggier this afternoon, and we generally are going to stay humid overall. After today, highs are still going to be into the mid and upper 80s, even after making it into the lower 90s, and your rain chances remain small all week. It's not until the weekend that we really begin to increase those chances for thunderstorms. Temperatures across the Midwest, they are warm for us this morning. Sioux Falls, that's the warmest spot at 79 right now. 78 in the Twin Cities. North Platte, Nebraska, that's 77, 71 in Chicago right now. Temperatures are all warmer than they were 24 hours ago, and that is all from Madison back to the south and west. Our wind directions today are going to be coming out of the south and west, steering these warmer temperatures in for the afternoon as well. Some showers of thunderstorms are being spotted over parts of Minnesota, the Dakotas, and northern Wisconsin this morning. Your thunderstorms are starting to line up just towards the west of I-35, south and west of the Twin Cities metro. Southern Wisconsin, though, we are dry, and our chance for thunderstorms generally will stay to our north. All right. There it is, a beautiful sunrise for us this morning. If I were Julian Seawright, I'd take a picture with it. 73 right now, winds out of the south at 7 miles per hour. The dew points are into the mid-60s as well, and they will continue to increase for us later on this afternoon. 70 in Janesville right now, 70 for Camp Douglas, but I want to take you hour by hour throughout the rest of today. This is lunch. Temperatures will be into the mid-80s. Our winds will be staying out of the south and west, topping out around the low 90s. Again, this is 4 o'clock this afternoon. The heat index will be even warmer at that point. I'll show it to you in a moment. 10 o'clock. This is where we could see our stray rumbles of thunder, but temperatures are still around 80 at 10 o'clock tonight. Then tomorrow morning, we'll wake up in the 70s. We'll top out into the mid-80s for tomorrow. A little bit drier, but still muggy out there. Here's the heat index for this afternoon, by the way. Mid-90s to upper 90s, and then tomorrow we'll see our heat index into the upper 80s and lower 90s as well. Thursday and Friday, we're still in the 80s. Our better rain chances arrive Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Still could see a stray storm just about any day next week with those temperatures topping out into the lower 80s.
All right, there's your first warn. We know you're going to keep an eye on that.
Yes, I will, always.
Chris Reese, thank you very much. 6:06, many Americans are watching their investments dwindle. Stocks, 401ks, even college savings accounts are taking significant hits.
One estimate shows the average 529 plan lost a few $1,000s this year. In a special Eye on Education this morning, I take a look at the market's impact on the state's college savings plan. Jim and Barb Buvid love helping care for their grandkids.
They are quite a handful.
When Jim retired, he started planning for the children's futures by contributing to Wisconsin's college savings plan, Edvest.
When I started it last year, I put money in, and of course it went to work right away. But of course now with the downturn of the markets, it went down a little bit.
Jim is certainly not alone. It's estimated the average 529 plan in the U.S. lost more than $4,000 in the first half of the year. Money in an Edvest account can be used to pay tuition, room and board, fees, books, trade school, apprenticeships, even up to $10,000 in student debt. And the money you put into it is all tax deductible. Linda Lambert oversees the program.
A 529 college savings plan is a qualified tax advantage program, and it's designed specifically for education.
She's encouraging investors to keep contributing.
So I would say don't make adjustments. I would say stick to your plan.
General state of the economy right now is...
We also sought out some expert advice from financial planner Sue Peck on how much to put into a 529 plan when the markets head south.
A lot of people are very strongly saying 100%. I want to take care of it 100% because I had a lot of student loans and I do not want my kid to have to go through that.
She tells her clients it depends on how old the student is. If they're already in high school, there's not much time for the account to grow. Plans for younger students look much better.
If you are still younger or if you are still accumulating those assets, this is a great opportunity because the market will likely go much higher than it is right now.
As for Jim, he plans to ride it out for his grandkids.
I've gone through 3 of the worst downturns in the market, and I was one of those that was gutsy enough to leave my money in, and it always came back.
One big question about Edvest accounts is what happens to it if the beneficiary doesn't go to school? Well, you can transfer the balance to another family member or use it for yourself to pay off student loans or go back to school.
I think people just freak out when they see those numbers go down, and rightfully so.
It's real money. We're talking about a few $1,000s just in the first half of this year that these plans have lost. And if you are close to your kids going to college, you're even more nervous because you don't have much time to make that money back up.
You have 4 of these accounts yourself.
I do, so watch it. I try not to look at it because you got to think long term. You got to have patience. But man, it definitely raises my blood pressure when I look at that. So it's good to hear some expert advice telling people to be patient and to change your perspective. Think of it as an opportunity because historically, these things do rebound. Jim is right. Keeping your money in, and eventually, it should come back. Should. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
A good topical eye on education this morning. Chris, nice job.
Thanks.
Coming up, a kids camp to help children who've been through the unthinkable feel like kids again. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Experience does count. When you're shopping for new furniture, a mattress set, or flooring, come to the experts at McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo. Our experienced staff is well-trained in home decorating and will answer all your questions so you can buy with confidence. You'll find big city selection and an enjoyable shopping experience. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Come see the difference experience can make at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
I'm here for
your annual eye exam.
Because I'm having trouble reading. Exactly.
They sort of make me feel
like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen.
Exactly.
I'll take them.
Cool your kids and yourself when you sleep under a quality ceiling fan from Madison Lighting. Quiet, powerful, reliable. Your new fans will run for a fraction of the cost of air conditioning. All fans are on sale till July 25th. Madison Lighting on Watts Road.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Qualified lessees can sign and drive this Equinox for around $340 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
$5,000 a year. That's the burden of Joe Biden's inflation tax on Wisconsin families. They can't afford it. From the grocery store to the gas station, we're all paying the price for Biden's massive deficit spending. Ron Johnson has the courage to say no to spending that is mortgaging our children's future. And his small business tax cuts help them compete and survive the pandemic.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, fresh ground chuck, only $2.88 a pound. Basket and bushel grape tomatoes, only 99 cents. Powerade, only 88 cents. And On the Border chips, only $1.88. Tuesday only. And save even more during Red, White, and Fuel. Right now, save up to $7.83 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608 this morning, we are focusing on how art is trying to teach us how to protect our lakes, rivers, and streams.
Josh Breiter in studio this morning with more on the colorful approach. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. We're talking about the Storm Drain Mural Program in partnership with many municipalities here within Dane County this morning. Crystal Campbell is the Stormwater Education Coordinator for Dane County. Crystal, good morning to you.
Thanks.
You know, you are super excited to be able to showcase the Storm Drain Mural Program because you're bringing a very colorful approach to be able to educate our folks here in Madison area.
Right. So most people don't think about where the water that runs off our roofs, off our sidewalks, and our streets ends up, and that water actually ends up in our storm drains and without being cleaned. And storm drains are designed to be invisible, and we're trying to make them visible and educate people on the fact that all that storm water that goes down that storm drain rain, and anything it carries with it actually ends up in our lakes, rivers, and streams without being treated.
So you're seeing some examples of that right now, and you kind of talked about how, you know, the storm drains are usually invisible. You're adding some pops of color to really educate people all ages, right?
Right. So the idea is that we work with local groups, a lot of times schools, on these storm drain murals, and we educate them. It's kind of an educational opportunity for the groups themselves, but also then to have them educate the community about where our stormwater goes and the importance of keeping it clean, because it does end up in our lakes, rivers, and streams.
It's pretty unique because you're working with those schools. You're also working with local artists. So there's an application process that you could actually get your art on one of these murals in town.
Right. So the application process is fairly simple. It opens up in December for the following year. So for 2023, we'll have an application available in December of 2022, and you can. Either a group can apply to have a storm drain mural painted. You can either select from a catalog of pre-made designs, or you can actually participate in the design process. So the groups can provide input on the design themselves, and then we give those design ideas to our local artists, and they make it happen and come up with a unique design that the kids or groups can actually help paint.
So you already have more than 40 of them here in the area. You guys really hope this grows to even bigger than what it is.
We do. I mean, they're all across Dane County. We have about, I think, 16 in the Madison area, and 15 different communities across the county are helping or have already had storm drain murals painted in their communities, and we do hope it grows. We usually have, you know, between 5 and 10 storm drain murals painted every year.
Wonderful. Crystal, thank you so much, and we appreciate adding a little colorfulness to these storm drains, because it's a unique approach.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. If you'd like to learn more, guys, you can go to channel3000.com.
All right. Josh Bryder learning a lot this morning on a very important story. Appreciate it.
Very local. Love it. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email. His address right there on your screen.
Hey, have you seen this? Culver's is joining Curd Fest this weekend. Take a look at their food truck. Yeah, so they've got this. They're selling their cheese curds, of course, at Curd Fest. And they've got something else that's getting a lot of attention. Some poutine. The dish features cheese curds tossed in seasoning with fries, gravy, cheese sauce, topped with herbs and cheese. The event is Saturday evening from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Can we talk about this food truck? Can we? That is so cool.
You and your love of Culver's, I tell you.
I wonder if we could have this come to the station. That would just, for my birthday?
Yes, it would be wonderful. Of course it would be awesome.
If you had any idea how many times I've had my husband run to Culver's since I've been pregnant.
Oh, yeah?
Just a sick amount of cheese curds going down this gullet.
Oh, hopefully he's not saying no.
He has not.
You've got to say yes.
Not. I love that food truck.
Yeah, for the next 5 months, he's got to say yes to everything.
Yes, exactly, isn't it?
It's an unspoken agreement.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
You got to say yes.
Yeah, I had to sneak that in. Okay, a trending story out of Lambeau this morning. Running back A.J. Dillon going viral on Twitter this morning because of this. This video shows how they had to pause a commercial shoot at Lambeau because of a tour going on. He called it the perfect time to surprise some fans. One little fan even asked who he was and then asked for a picture with him. There she is.
I love A.J. Dillon because he's got such an awesome, positive attitude. He's a hard worker, and he's a great football player, of course, but he represents the G so well. I mean, he seems like he's loving this. He posted this on social media. You know, it takes him just a few minutes out of, you know, his schedule, and it made the day of how many Packers fans. This is what every fan who tours Lambeau wishes would happen. Some player just pops out, and it's just like, hey, guys, what's going on?
It truly did go viral. It has 15,000 likes. It's been retweeted 1,200 times. Yeah, this is just, a dream for those kids, huh?
Very cool. Can't wait to see what he's going to do this season on the field.
All right, 6:18 now. Let's turn over to Chris Reese. The first warned weather, you're certified most accurate. Chris?
Yeah, we're tracking some thunderstorms over parts of the upper Midwest this morning, and we're really starting to see some lightning south of the Twin Cities approaching I-35. That will eventually work its way into parts of central and northern Wisconsin, but overall, it stays away from us right here in Madison. Most of us will stay dry in southern Wisconsin today. High resolution radar already it's given you a clean sweep as you begin to head out the door. We've seen plenty of sunshine, and we will continue to see that sunshine. One of the things to point out, though, is there is a risk for severe weather, a marginal level 1 out of 5. That's a decrease from yesterday. Yesterday, these areas that are under the marginal were in a slight risk, and we have seen them trend back to that marginal risk at this point. It's what we call a conditional threat. So there's only a small chance for showers or thunderstorms to develop. But if they do, some of those could be stronger, especially farther to the north where your chance of a thunderstorm is a little bit better. 73 right now. Winds are out of the south at 7 miles per hour this morning. You look ahead between now and noon, we're going to be warming up to about 85 degrees, and then we'll top things out into the lower 90s for your highs overall this afternoon. So not too shabby of a day, but it is going to be hot. That's why I call it sweet heat. The sweet is the sunshine, but you will get the heat and the humidity as you step outside today. So enjoy the outdoors if you have the chance to do so.
Tell you, Reese, there's nothing sweet about it.
I'm with you on that, but I'm trying to find the silver lining.
All right, always the optimist.
That's the goal.
I'll be sweetly sitting inside, that's for sure.
Find me there with you, Leah.
Indeed.
I might go get a peach milkshake today.
Okay,
Yeah.
From Culver's.
A peach one.
Does Culver's even have that?
We're going to find out today.
All right.
Peach milkshake. All right. Up next, how a herd of cows ended up on a Florida highway.
And in our next half hour, a reminder on why it's important to check up on your neighbors in this week's heat. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
Hi, I'm Tom Nelson, Outagamie County Executive Candidate for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message. Democrats like me, not from Master Milwaukee, have a whole different approach. We have a different touch, a different cast. Oh, we read good books. Not the biggest pocketbooks. I've won 6 times in Trump country by pulling for what matters. Jobs, Medicare for all, union rights, women's rights, a planet in crisis. I'll fight the extremism in Washington by pulling for all Wisconsin.
It was a dream. I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but I knew that the passion was going to make it not seem like work. JPACA was really there for me, helping me kind of gain financial literacy, everything from the business loan to setting up the LLC. JPACA really was a great guide and a resource for me getting this whole entire project off the ground. There's been a couple of classes when I'll walk in, and especially when it's the busy room and I start to get choked up. Those are the days when it's like, this is what I was supposed to do.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for the rest of summer on all Silverado pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Little America.
Blake and his cousin Connor are here with their families from Madison today. What's your favorite ride? Connor's older sister, Cassie, told me her favorite is the go-karts. Mom loves that she can bring a picnic basket, and Dad enjoys miniature golf. There's fun for the whole family at Little America, where big fun is only a few miles away.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Mom, Abel's looking for you.
Oh, all right. As parents, we know that all Wisconsin kids should grow up in a healthy, safe world. As a women's health doctor, I know that access to abortion services is fundamental to personal and economic success. I'm going to fight for financial security so Wisconsin families can succeed and even dream. I'm Jillian Bettino, a mother, a doctor, a fighter, and I'm running for Wisconsin State Treasurer.
We're back. Sharing Wendy's morning with everyone. A nice shot of the sun over some open water. Looking beautiful out there. Wendy, thanks for sharing that with us. If you want to share your morning, it's really easy. Post on social media. Just make sure you use the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
She's a beaut.
Find it.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
She's a beaut, Clark.
Exactly. Trending this morning, a herd of cows held up traffic down in Florida after escaping a burning trailer.
The cows were on the Florida Turnpike just south of Orlando. Look at them, about 70 of them that had escaped the trailer that was on fire. The interstate shut down for hours because it was causing some backups. All the cows are just fine, but here they are, just hanging out.
Out of the frying pan into the fire. Florida weather? No way. Send those puppies back up here.
Oh, my goodness. This is just incredible. Yeah, earlier this morning, you called them very organized, sitting there.
Just well-behaved.
And now I can't not see it, because in Houston, we will do stories of like a cow or a bull that got loose, and they're just running all over the highway. And, you know, the police are chasing them. They're trying to stop traffic. And now here we have these cows that are like, hey, we're just going to chill in the grassy median, have a good time, vacation here in Florida.
These folks are patiently waiting for the Culver's food truck to come pick them up. They are.
Oh, my goodness.
So am I.
Culver's food truck is going to pick you up today?
It should. That's for sure. We could use some ice cream from Culver's. Little concrete mixer with the weather we got outside.
Yeah, it is hot. And not only is it going to be hot, it is going to be humid as we move into the afternoon. So swim in the pool. 91 is what I'm expecting for your high later on this afternoon. The heat index is going to feel like 95 to 100 depending on where you are. There's a chance for some thunderstorms, but most of them will be to our north, and our best chance for thunderstorms happens after the sun sets later on this evening. It's 73, headed out the door.
Thanks, Chris. Stick around. More News 3 Now this morning, right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Son, it's about time we had the talk. It's time you knew the truth. Windows can take a beating, especially here in the Midwest. When it's time to replace them, call Feldco.
Isn't Feldco offering 2-for-1 windows right now, Dad?
They are, son. They are.
Less talk, more action. 2-for-1 windows from Feldco makes home improvement easy and affordable.
2-for-1 windows end soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America is under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
I'm Bob Adcock with Circle A Land and Livestock, and this is my John Deere. We've been with Sloan Implement since my father started farming, my grandfather started farming. They are a family business that's been around for generations, and that's very important to us. The personnel, the customer service that they provide, it's maybe not, you could say Sloan's first, but they put customers first. And that's why I think Sloan's first.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles. Just move on up. You'll not only bring back the fun, toward your destination, you'll supercharge it. Just move on up. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started. Supercharge your summer today at your local Ford dealer.
Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin? Great state of Wisconsin State Fair.
Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, August 4th through the 14th.
No job's too big, no job's too small. We'll fix them all.
Fixing broken garage doors, that's all we do here at Precision.
We support the military.
We're proud to be veteran owned and operated. Whether it's a broken spring or a new door, we've got you covered.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
Right now, a local group helping to resettle Ukrainian refugees in Wisconsin.
Also, what we can do to protect our elderly neighbors and family during one of the hottest weeks of the year.
And does somebody say hot? Temperatures in the 80s yesterday become 90s today. We're talking about how you can beat the heat.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. I did say hot.
All right.
I did. It is going to be hot today.
Is it?
That was his thing. Did somebody say hot?
He's been saying sweet heat all morning, to be specific.
I don't know. It is, yeah. It's borderline uncomfortable out there.
It's rough. We'll get to Chris's forecast in just a bit.
Just into the newsroom, though, a pair of shots fired incidents in Madison over the last few days.
Shane Hogan has been keeping an eye on this story. He's here with what we're learning this morning. Hi, Shane.
Hi, Leah. New information on a pair of some shots fired cases here in the city. We're going to start with one on the east side from Friday morning in broad daylight around 7:30 a.m. A report from Madison Police just in this morning shows officers responded to a shots fired call on North Stoughton Road near Madison Technical College. A caller heard a gunshot and believed the driver of a vehicle was shooting at another driver. When police arrived on the scene, they found no shots of a shooting. The officers did check the surrounding area, found no shell casings or property damage. And another incident, this one happening just last night after 10:30 p.m. The caller reported hearing 4 pops, which sounded like gunshots coming from the top of a nearby hill. This happened on the east side near the Easttown Mall at the 5000 block of Autumn Leaf Lane. The caller also reported hearing a car driving away. Once officers arrived on that scene, they found 6 .40 caliber casings in the roadway near a heavily wooded area. The caller also reported hearing a car driving away, and once officers arrived on that scene, they did indeed find those 4 casings, and no injuries or damage was reported in that shooting as well.
All right, Shane Hogan reporting. Shane, thanks a lot.
Yep.
New this morning, the Grant County Sheriff's Office says an 84-year-old man died Sunday in a farming accident. They say he was operating a older model New Holland lawn tractor in the town of Bloomington. It rolled over some steep terrain and pinned the man. He died at the scene.
Another hot day in south central Wisconsin, and doctors are reminding us that we should help our elderly neighbors more this week. According to the nonprofit Climate Central, more than 80% of the estimated 12,000 people who die of heat-related illnesses in the U.S. every year are over the age of 60. One scary factor is that elderly people can be more at risk to falls in the heat, especially depending on what medication they might be taking.
When you take medicines that keep your heart slow or your blood pressure low, that doesn't compensate as well. And so at that point, they're usually instructed that, don't get up fast, even on a normal day. And so if you're a little bit dehydrated, it's just going to make you more prone to maybe passing out.
Make sure they have plenty of water, and if they don't have air conditioning, moving them somewhere cool for even just an hour can make a big difference in their day.
And today is going to be the hottest day of the week. Let's get to Chris Reese and your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Yes, we are talking about the heat. Temperatures yesterday making it up into the upper 80s, but today we're going to be adding to that. A lot of our temperatures could make it into the low 90s today. We're already warmer than we were 24 hours ago. 11 degrees warmer for us in Madison, Waukesha, and Milwaukee. 7 degrees warmer for Kenosha. 10 degrees warmer in the Dells this morning. Now, I do not expect us to add 10 degrees to your highs this afternoon, but it is going to be warmer this afternoon as opposed to what we saw out there yesterday. A live look at the University of Wisconsin Memorial Union Terrace out there. It's a beautiful shot. The temperature is 73 degrees. Winds are out of the south at 7 miles per hour, and our dew points, they're into the mid-60s. So yes, it is muggy. you will notice that as you begin to step out. Janesville, good morning. You're at 70, 68 Monroe right now. Boscobel and Lone Rock coming in at 66, 69 in Wisconsin, Del Source. Winds are staying out of the south, and our dew points will continue to increase into the afternoon. Dew points into the mid to upper 60s and low 70s will create the air you can wear, so it's going to feel heavy while you're out and about. But that's also enough moisture to fuel some of the showers and thunderstorms that are generally going to stay to our north. That's because that's where most of the forcing is to create your showers and thunderstorms. So southern Wisconsin, we will in general stay dry, but we do have our own chance to see a popcorn shower or thunderstorm later on. Here's what we're looking at. This is the severe weather outlook for today, and you'll notice most of us are in that marginal risk level 1 out of 5 to see a stronger thunderstorm or 2. The level 2 slight risk, that's farther to the north. This is a decrease from the risk that we had out there yesterday, where the marginal risk was closer towards the state line, and that slight risk was from about Madison and points northward. But overall, the expectation is that your better chance for thunderstorms stays to our north, and we see that on future track. 85 by 12:30. We'll top out at 91 by about 5 o'clock or so, and then it's later into the evening that we'll see our better chance of a shower or thunderstorm coming through. We'll wake up in the 70s tomorrow. We'll top out into the mid-80s. The model, again, wants to show some stray thunderstorms tomorrow. I'm just not buying that right now. I do expect the air to be just a smidge drier, still humid, but a smidge drier, and that should limit that. Temperatures, or feels like temperatures, the heat index by lunchtime will be into the lower 90s, and then later on this afternoon it tops out into the upper 90s, and then perhaps for some of you, low 100s with respect to what it feels like outside. 85 your high tomorrow, 88 Thursday and Friday. Your better chances for showers and thunderstorm trends arrives by the weekend.
All right, thanks, Chris. Wisconsin experienced a slight jump in calls to the suicide prevention lifeline number following the switch to the 3-digit 988 number. Wisconsin operators took 170 calls on Saturday, the day that they made the switch, and 161 calls Sunday. During the first 2 weeks of July, 2 weeks, the number of calls was between 100 and 150. To the crisis in Ukraine now. Since February, the United Nations says that more than 6.5 million people have now fled the country.
A local group is doing their part here in Wisconsin and helping our war-torn neighbors. The Stoughton Resettlement Assistance Program is now 15 volunteers strong and partnering with Lutheran Social Services in Milwaukee. They're one of Wisconsin's 6 official resettlement agencies. Kay Whedon is in this group. Her interest in resettling refugees first sparked while helping Afghan refugees at Fort McCoy.
People are asking us if we have housing for Ukrainians, and we do. So we took one family and then another family, and now we're resettling another 2 families in the next few weeks.
They've raised about 10 grand toward their mission so far, but they need at least $50,000 to cover a year's worth of rent and other expenses for the 4 families they're helping out. Plus, more families are likely coming.
Many of the families they're resettling are coming through a Ukrainian nurse at SSM Health. Our Eric Franke told her story in May. Maria Llewellyn finds the families, and then Stoughton Group helps them find homes. Another update on our story about Llewellyn. For her efforts to help Ukrainian refugees in May in the Czech Republic, SSM Health recognized Maria with its presidential coin for her selfless dedication in delivering the SSM mission. Maria brought these care packages to Ukrainian refugee children donated by SSM Health, including bags with the SSM and News 3 Now logo, our Time for Kids partner. We have links to donate to Stoughton Resettlement Assistance Program in our story up right now at channel3000.com and the Channel 3000 News app. You can learn more about the families receiving help and find Eric's story on the SSM nurse.
It is just about 6:38 on your Tuesday. The penalty phase is underway in Florida for the deadliest mass shooting case to reach a U.S. jury. Nicholas Cruz, now 23 years old, pleaded guilty to killing 17 people in the 2018 massacre at Stoneman Douglas High School. The panel of 7 men and 5 women will decide whether he lives or dies. It's a process that is expected to last months. The jury has to be unanimous in this case for Cruz to get the death penalty.
More baby formula is headed to the U.S. The White House says more than 74,000 pounds of Nestle Alfamino formula will arrive between 2 flights from Switzerland to New York later this week. It'll be the 17th mission of Operation Fly Formula to ease the nationwide shortage. Officials say the formula will be given mostly to hospitals and home health care providers.
Around Wisconsin, a former Milwaukee alderman submitted her plea in a misconduct case this week. Shantia Lewis is pleading guilty to 1 felony count of misconduct in public office. She pleaded no contest to unlawful use of campaign funds. This is all about a case after being accused of defrauding her campaign for U.S. Senate and stealing more than $21,000 from taxpayers. She faces a maximum of $20,000 in fines, 7 years in prison. The state also asking she pay restitution.
More local news now. 26 headstones at Lake Ripley Cemetery in Cambridge were vandalized over the weekend. The caretaker says only 13 can be repaired. They reported the damage to police, but they are still waiting to find out how much the damage will cost. The last time the cemetery saw damage like this, it cost about $70,000.
I don't know if our insurance is going to cover the damage that is done and what we're going to have to pay to get fixed and what we're going to have to do on our own this time. It takes work to get these things off the stones and takes twice as much work to get them put back up.
So there's the cost to fix the headstones. They also have to tell the families. The cemetery is hoping to install some trail cameras now at key spots of the cemetery to keep this from happening again.
Just heartbreaking for those families.
Yeah, you hate to hear it.
So disrespectful.
To see it too. 6:40 as we take a look outside this morning. Coming up, we're going to take a look at our weekend rain chances in your forecast.
And an inspiring story just across the Minnesota border that might have you pitching in to help the environment with your own family.
And why a partnership in the 608 is using art to teach us how to protect our lakes, rivers, and streams.
Pick and Save, we believe it takes the right team to bring you fresh produce. That's why we partner with farmers who grow only the best, because working together is truly what it takes to be fresh for everyone. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America's under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic is designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Queen Tempur-Pedic start at just $24.49. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. You can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels special financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for the rest of summer on all Silverado pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Outlaw. That's what can happen because of the Supreme Court, and Ron Johnson's with them. The Supreme Court's decision ended abortion services in Wisconsin, and Ron Johnson supported the decision, making it illegal in Wisconsin, even in cases of rape and incest. Doctors can be prosecuted, a woman's right to choose criminalized. Johnson even said, if you don't like it, you can move. Ron Johnson's not for us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love, and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
This local burger shack's as small as they come, but its fan base is huge.
They're from all 50 states and all over the world.
What's the secret to their sizzle? Mark Kane takes a bite to find out. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. Concerts on the Square are back each Wednesday night through August 3rd. Enjoy a performance by the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra with family and friends at this totally free event starting at 7 p.m. Learn more at wcoconcerts.org. You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, we're back. In the 608 this morning, we are talking about how art can teach us to protect our lakes, rivers, and streams.
Josh Spreiter is in studio. What a treat. With more on the colorful approach this morning. Hey, Josh.
Am I always a treat, Leah?
Always, no matter where you are, but especially when you bring food.
Each and every morning. Oh boy, I don't have food for you this morning though. I think I dropped the ball. But I do have Hannah Molininski here with us this morning from the City of Madison Engineering Department, talking more about the storm drain mural program, which is really unique and giving us a little colorful view on our storm drains here in the area.
It's never too late for donuts, so you can always bring that.
Yeah.
But yes, so this program is really great because if you are out walking in the morning or anything like that, maybe you'll walk by one of these storm drain murals that are in our community. It's basically a program that's supposed to raise awareness about where our water goes and how important it is to keep it clean. On a lot of these murals, like you'll see, they're in high foot traffic areas, not to distract from drivers, but it's a Dane County program. You apply through ripple-effects.com, and basically there's some criteria you have to follow. No cost to the municipality or organization that does this. You can see there's muskies, there's otters, there's fish, kids get involved, school groups get involved. All the creativity is really fun, and sometimes the kids can even paint. So, I mean, really a win-win all around.
So City of Madison, one of the many municipalities here locally that is participating. You know, what is it that is making such an impact here for something that's so important for our community?
I think that you know, from our perspective at the city, I mean, we just really want people to be aware. And if this is helping raise awareness, we take for granted where our stormwater goes. And, you know, stormwater is so entirely important in the City of Madison. At the engineering division specifically, we design and maintain the stormwater system, all the pipes that run all the area waterways. We understand that flooding can be an issue in our area. So understanding where that water goes and that it doesn't just go down the drain and see you later. It goes to our local area waterways, and it's important to understand that. The murals are just a fun way to get people involved, community, and really hopefully we'll get some organizations that apply through the county's program to raise awareness. There's over 40 of these. And an interactive map. So if you're looking for something fun to do with your kids on a summer day, not today, but yeah, it's just a fun way to get the word out in education.
Yeah, and you're looking to build this even more. You mentioned that more than 40. There are applications that are still going for next year already, so a great way to get involved.
Yeah, end of December. Look for the application, ripple-effects.com, and the county reviews, and then the next class of murals will be painted.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. If you'd like to learn more about how you can get involved, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. I've got links with everything you need to know, guys.
If we can't get treats, we do get a neat opportunity to check out our city in a really different way, and we get to see Hannah.
There you go.
Bring your donuts.
Bring your donuts, yep.
Josh Spreiter, thank you very much.
Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
So, Chris Reese, if I wanted to check out some of these storm drain murals, what's the day looking like?
I'll tell you, we are going to be hot today. Temperatures top out right around 91 degrees, but here's what I do want to show you. It's where we could see some stronger thunderstorms. So I tease you by showing you the 10-day forecast first. But look at this. This is your chance for severe thunderstorms. And so you do have that slight risk, level 2 out of 5, farther to the north, and then the marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, a little bit farther to the south, but still most of that's going to be north of Madison. So the farther north you go today, the better your chance is for severe thunderstorms, but even then, the odds of truly seeing a lot of shower or thunderstorm activity is on the lower side of the scale. Here's model number 1. You see a round earlier, but now this is the evening, and there's the chance of another round of some showers and thunderstorms moving through. But the one thing that you quickly see is that it is not going to be a super widespread chance for any thunderstorms. If you're looking for that, the better opportunity to see it arrives later this week into the weekend. Friday into Saturday, and Saturday night will be our better chance to see some showers and thunderstorms around here. And here's how the models begin to see that. And of course, they're changing always through times, but this is Friday evening into Saturday evening and your Sunday.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. A new study out this morning from Carnegie Mellon University looks at the risks of drinking alone. The lead author says that they found it was especially high for adolescent women.
These young people are drinking because they feel depressed or stressed out or anxious or lonely. And we think developing that problematic relationship with alcohol puts them at risk for increasing their drinking and developing problems later.
The study found the odds of developing alcoholism by the age of 35 were 35% higher for adolescents who drank alone, 60% higher for young adults compared to those who drank only in social settings.
Just across the state border, there is a trash man without a garbage truck who might be inspiring you this morning. Armed with his nifty nabber, 77-year-old Doug Eichten walks a busy 2-mile stretch of highway in the Twin Cities. He does this several times a week, and he's been doing it for 6 years. Each week, his goal is to pick up 15 pounds of trash.
All this stuff on a decent rain goes into the storm sewers, into the ponds, into the creeks, heads for the Mississippi. It endangers wildlife, and it's more about that than it is about the look.
Doug says you can complain about these things, or you can do something about it.
Do something about it. I love this. You know, there's more that we can all do, but man, what an example he is setting.
Doesn't matter what bugs you in life. This is great life advice from Doug. 77-year-old knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I love it. Again, we could do more to keep this stuff from ending up on the roadways, you know?
Yeah, help Doug's back out, folks. Stop throwing that stuff out your window.
There you go.
6:49 coming up in the morning sprint. Madison City Council is taking up the issue of using tear gas in tonight's meeting. We have a preview.
First, though, if you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, share their picture of them with us so we can show it on TV. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's a lovely day to... Cars built with safety in mind, even for those guys. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the spacious 2022 Atlas. Limited inventory available.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Still today, we are a family restaurant. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. It's a place where our love of fresh food is as strong as our love for each other. It's a feeling of welcome you'll notice the moment you stop by. Because where we come from has made us who we are, and for that, we couldn't be more proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Surgenian's 92-year history means you pay $92 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad in your old carpet removed and recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
Through August 14th, try your first facial and get a free enhancement plus 20% off select skincare products. Terms apply. Massage envy facials, where better begins.
Now is the time to turn your dream into a reality with Design and Buy at Menards. Breeze through your project planning with ease using interactive tools that factor in the details that matter. Whether you're dreaming of a beautifully landscaped patio for entertaining, a deck to grill up the perfect hot dog, or a fence to add style and privacy. What are you waiting for? Turn your dream into reality with Design and Buy at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Hi, I'm Tom Nelson, Outagamie County Executive Candidate for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message. Democrats like me, not from Madison or Milwaukee, have a whole different approach. We have a different touch, a different cast. Oh, we read good books. Not the biggest pocketbooks. I've won 6 times in Trump country by pulling for what matters. Jobs, Medicare for all, union rights, women's rights, a planet in crisis. I'll fight the extremism in Washington by pulling for all Wisconsin.
It's a lovely day to...
Cars built with safety in mind, even for those guys.
Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the spacious 2022 Atlas. Limited inventory available.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Happening at Madison City Council tonight, alders are talking about banning tear gas for police. The ordinance was introduced in June, but it was referred to the Public Safety Review Committee. Last week, they re-referred it back to Common Council. The Dane County Chiefs of Police Association opposes the ordinance. So does Wisconsin Professional Police Association.
We now know the identity of a man killed when he was hit by a car while riding his bike in Sauk County last week. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office says 65-year-old David Curto of rural Merrimack died after being hit by a car last Tuesday. He was riding along State Highway 78 when authorities believe he'd lost control and veered into the westbound lane of the highway and was then hit.
The Milwaukee Public Museum is sharing renderings of the building it's planning to build to replace the current aging museum in downtown Milwaukee. Yesterday, the museum also launched a $240 million capital campaign. Groundbreaking is scheduled for late 2023. It will open in 2026.
COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths all on the rise in the U.S. Johns Hopkins says average daily cases have now more than tripled in the past 3 months. Federal government data also shows current hospitalizations surpassed 40,000 for the first time in about 4 months. The average number of daily deaths also on the rise. They are now above 400 for the first time in 2 months.
Parents and residents in Uvalde, Texas continue to demand accountability after a new report detailed more failures by law enforcement during the school shooting. During a special school board meeting Monday, many asked the superintendent and the police chief to step down. Some say they're hesitant to send their kids back to school without significant changes.
All-Star Week in the MLB, Juan Soto won the home run derby last night. He's just 23 years old. The national star hit 19 homers in the final round. He beat out former Mallard and two-time defending champ Pete Alonso in the final. Tonight is the All-Star game itself. And representing the Brewers will be Devin Williams and Corbin Burns.
The Special Olympics torch making an appearance in Janesville for the last leg of the law enforcement torch run this week. Officers carry the torch across the state in honor of Wisconsin's Special Olympics games and tournaments. The event raises money for the games, which provides year-round sports opportunities for more than 10,000 Wisconsin athletes. And just into the newsroom from across the pond, the UK Weather Office says Britain is sitting at 102.4 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the highest ever recorded there. The so-called heat apocalypse rages on in Europe, where temperatures are 30 degrees above normal in some places. The heat wave has caused more than 1,000 deaths. It's also sparked multiple wildfires.
We're going to be pretty warm here in southern Wisconsin today as well. Temperatures starting out to the 60s and 70s this morning, but over the next 12 hours, we go from 60s and 70s to 80s and 90s. I'm looking at highs topping out right around 91 degrees today. We'll keep that sunshine around, but if you have been looking for chances to rain, look to the weekend. That's where our best shot for showers and thunderstorms comes our way.
You think that'll release some of the humidity we're going to see this week?
I hope so.
All right, Chris, thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.